As a person who enjoys Daisy Ridley, my future ex-wife, I would like to give my future ex-wife some advice. Honey, I know you're British. You're not into American politics, but you're in Hollywood, and you're getting inundated, I'm sure, in that echo chamber they have going on over there. But you're very confusing. You're very confusing. You came out with a comment uh, at the MTV Music Awards about there only being two genders. Okay, that's common sense. I like seeing common sense. That's fine. But there's certain things that you're saying and doing that's not meshing well in the public eye. For instance, here we are at Disney Star Wars is Dumb. This is Ichibaka's blog site. Please check out Ichibaka both on YouTube and Twitter, and check out Disney Star Wars is Dumb. Ichibaka's a great guy. I consider him an invaluable resource in collecting information. Recently, he posts, Daisy Ridley had an interview with The Guardian. Daisy says, no, I don't feel I have to edit what I say. The things that make me angry are the things that make everyone angry. Everyone is annoyed with Bojo. Everyone has an issue with Trump. Every sane person anyway. She smiles brightly at me, almost apologetic, reluctant to expand. Now, now, look, I like politics. I avoid politics on my channel. When I get into politics on my channel, I seem to turn a lot of people off, so I'm not really going to get into it right now. But as a person who is not a Trump supporter, but does support the office of the President of the United States, yes, there are policies I agree and disagree with President Trump. The thing is, I agree mostly with what he's done. I guess a sane person is critical. If you're trying to say that a sane person is critical, if you're trying to say that a sane person is critical of anyone in office, yes, because politicians are liars. But to say that everyone has an issue with Trump, oh, the fandom engineering going on by Bob Iger, the identity politics being pressed by Kathleen Kennedy and the ideologues under her creative control, has created an atmosphere of toxicity. This toxicity comes from the employees at Lucasfilm, and that includes you. This toxicity also comes from the ardent supporters of Disney Star Wars, most of them anyway. I'm sure by the numbers that there's a few out there who enjoy this product for completely creative reasons. I'm not exactly sure how. I can't understand how, but they exist. At this point, really, you're kind of just pissing off all the common sense fans. Now, I'm sure there's a swath of people in the fandom menace that don't like President Trump, and that's fine. By all means, like what you're going to like, dislike what you're going to dislike. To say that everyone dislikes the President of the United States, that's a bit far-reaching, Daisy. Now, this really doesn't matter all too much, ultimately, because the people in creative control that you work with and work around have already pissed off just about every person with common sense in the world at large. So let's take a look at the people that your employers have been catering to for the last several years. Here's Data Racer 117. If you have been following Data Racer on Twitter, I suggest you do. He's a warrior of common sense. He's an archivist, and he pretty much collects all the data from the craziest parts of the internet. That's a crazy, batshit job you do, Data. Thank you for doing it for us. We're just going to take a look at a couple of these tweets. But this is about an article in which Daisy Ridley came out and said that she's no better than John Boyega. Basically, in a nutshell, she said, I'm no better than this person. And the SJW is freaked out because the narrative, the social justice narrative, states that she is a white woman. Therefore, she is privileged. Therefore, she is better. Now, that isn't racist. The SJWs don't think that that's racist. What they think is racist is not admitting your superiority. So, understand this for those of you out there with common sense. Okay? SJWs aren't racist, but they believe that certain segments of the population are better than others, and that if you don't call out your perceived privilege, then you are a racist for not believing that you are better than other people. I know. One of the people that tweeted about this said Daisy Ridley is being a typical rich white girl who refuses to admit her privilege is not surprising to me. I always like her, but I expect nothing from her. The thing that bugs me the most is that she thinks she and John are equal. I didn't expect that one. It bothers this SJW that a person believes that another person is equal, regardless of financial class, or race, or creed. That's an issue. That's a problem. That's the problem. Daisy, with all her rich white privilege, saying wasn't a difference between her and John growing up. Disappointing. Now, an argument can be made that maybe he had a bit of a tougher life growing up, but we're all not uniform. And the truth of the matter is, John got to where he is because of his talent, his drive, and they're both working on a Star Wars film. So, regardless of where one person started in the game of life, they both ended up in the same place, making money. But it look, look, look. Just go to Data Race 117 and check out these tweets. All right, I'm not even going to go through them because it makes me a little insane. It makes me very insane. These are the people that Bob Iger, who doesn't care about traditional Star Wars fans, remember that. He is fandom engineering, all right? Pruning off all what they consider the dead leaves, the dead branches, ardent fans, people that love this franchise, and they're fandom engineering this by catering to these people, these SJWs, these people who support social justice and identity politics, real racism and real sexism. All right, everything that an SJW complains about is what they are. It is the easiest. It is the easiest thing to see, and if you can't see it, it's probably because you're an SJW. Most of the Disney Star Wars fan base, social justice warriors, all right, they are some of the most hateful, awful people you will ever meet. They are, at most times, people that have been brought up with privilege in white suburbia, your Antifa members. These are the types of people that Bob Iger's catering to, that Kathleen Kennedy's pitching to. Just a soup of nasty, degenerate, awful, uh, toxic, just about every damn nasty thing you can think of. This is why Star Wars is dying. And the fandom menace, the people that are the most outspoken critics that are calling all your bullshit out, we are the fandom. We are the real fans. Not to say that there aren't true fans outside the menace, but they're far and few between. The menace is the voice of the people. We're the voice of the fandoms. And we're going to keep calling out this bullshit, which is very easy to do because they keep providing us with examples of just how contradictory they are. So Daisy, honey, please, look. One day you're gonna have my babies. We need to calm this down. We need to have a powwow. You got to give me a call. You need at Lodonis on Twitter, Lodonis. Hit me up, baby. I love you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And sorry about keeping my voice down. It's pretty early in the morning over here, and I'm not trying to wake up my kid. He's got school. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep using your head. Keep using common sense. Be good to each other. Peace.